Troubleshooting for the Minuet LCD breast pump. Firstly, we're going to take the charging cable out of the USB port. Then you're going to turn your breast pump on. Check that the battery is fully charged. Next, we're going to take the B connector off and just feel the single ear port. Turn it over to express mode and turn it up a little bit more. Place your finger over the ear port to check for suction on your finger. Turn it up a little bit more and check that the suction increases. If it does, that's great. There's nothing wrong with the breast pump body. So the reason we test one breast shield kit at a time is because if there's an ear leak in one kit, it's going to affect the whole pumping system. Now we're just going to pull everything apart and look over at all the parts and check for any cuts or damages or anything obvious. So now we're going to test for an ear leak. I'll just do it on one breast shield kit, but you will test each breast shield kit for your own breast pump. So just check your hose for any cuts and your backflow protector unit. Check there's no obvious damage on them. And now we're going to test the valve. So firstly we look at the valve and just check that it's got no fully open slit. The slit is very little. If you squeeze it, it does not reach both sides. When it's resting, it's quite tight. Now we're going to assemble your breast shield kit together so we can test the valve and test there's no air leak or damage on the valve. So firstly, put the milk backflow protector unit on and ensure that the diaphragm is fully sealed around the edge. Place the lid on and push down. Place the valve on there, and now we're just going to pop the hose on, make sure it's connected to the breast pump, and we're going to test the valve. So we just need to get a good seal. You can either use your tummy or we can just I'll grab a box for this, and we're going to place it flat onto the box. I'm going to turn the breast pump on, put it over to express mode so that you get some good suction, and turn it up to at least level 4. So if there's nothing wrong with the valve, it's going to have good suction. You'll see that it's sucking in and out with a good seal. And that's a sign that there's nothing wrong with the valve. It's great. Usually when there is something wrong, it's not going to suck right in. It's just going to puff a little bit of air each time. The next thing we're going to check is the silicone massager. So you need to make sure that this is 100% sealed around the edge. If there's any open bit like that, it's going to cause an ear leak and the suction won't be as good. So just fully seal it right around the edge. Get your hand and slide it right around. And now we're just going to check the backflow protector unit. So I'll just grab a box again. Just going to place that on the box so you can look inside here, and when it's turned on, you're going to see the diaphragm moves nicely up and down. So I'm just going to turn the breast pump to express mode, turn it up a bit, and you'll see that it moves up and down, and that's a good sign that the backflow protector unit is doing a good job. So if any of these parts that you've checked are faulty, you just need to replace that part and it will bring your suction back to a good level. If you are unsure and you still have bad suction, replacing the valve and the backflow protector unit anyway will possibly solve your problem. So the reason we test one breast shield kit at a time is because if there's an ear leak in one breast shield kit, it's going to affect your whole pumping system. So after you have tested the breast pump parts and found your ear leaks and replaced your parts, that should solve your problem and your suction will be back to normal. If it was your breast pump body that was the problem, this just needs to be sent back to where you purchased it from for inspection.